the bill has changed yet again. Also, over 100 lawmakers just sent a letter to President Biden with an urgent request. And $1.28 billion tonight. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, a new study that was just released today out of Penn Wharton in regards to the package that we've been talking about here for the last couple of days called the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 is actually showing that this package is actually not going to reduce inflation, but rather it is going to increase inflation up until 2024, and then at that point it might start reducing inflation at a very small margin each and every year beyond that. So the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 doesn't look like it's actually going to be reducing inflation all that much, but rather it's actually going to be raising inflation for the next couple years here. Kind of interesting, right? Which, by the way, just to put some numbers behind this and to give you better perspective on this bill so we can all be on the same page here, this package is going to cost $433 billion. Meanwhile, they're anticipating it's going to bring in $739 billion of revenue. So, just so we can all be on the same page here and understand the magnitude behind this bill, because it's an expensive one. Almost $500 billion again is what they want to spend on this package. Now, again, some things could change about this yet again, but this was a new study that was just released today, again, out of Penn Wharton, and this is what they're finding with this actual bill and the actual impact of this bill on inflation, which actually will increase inflation for the next couple of years. So, not really what we need right now. We need something that'll actually act quickly and reduce this inflation very, very fast. Here's what's interesting about it. As high as inflation is right now, and the reports continue to show that inflation continues to move even higher, even though the Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates, what's interesting about it, it seems like nobody really knows what to do to bring this inflation down. So it's kind of interesting. They're coming out with all these different packages and proposals, and the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates, but yet nothing is doing anything about this. It's like the people that have the authority to actually do something about it, it doesn't really seem like they have a clue of what they're doing, right? I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way too? Kind of seems like it, considering we've been dealing with this inflated inflation, obviously, right? For over a year now, where inflation a year ago from now was in the 5% range. So we've nearly doubled the inflation rate of what we've seen from just a year ago. Interesting, right? So anyway, I wanted to bring that to you. I thought it was a little bit surprising, but again, this is not all that shocking considering they want to spend another $500 billion or thereabouts, $433 billion. Of course, that's going to add more inflation, right? So anyway, we need something fast here. We need to bring this inflation down, and hopefully they can come up with a solution relatively quickly. Anyway, let's quickly talk about how 107 lawmakers drafted a letter and sent it over to President Biden with an urgent request and what they're asking for in that request. So a group of 107 lawmakers drafted a letter, sent it over to the president, calling on him to once again extend out the federal student loan moratorium. So as of right now, you know, if you're somebody who has federal student loans, or you probably heard about this because it's been going on for a very long time now, but federal student loans payments have been paused for the last 2.5 years since early 2020. Well, this group of 107 lawmakers sent that letter over to the president, asking him to once again extend out the pause on these payments yet again, citing a couple different things. Do you want to guess what they are? COVID and inflation. Seriously, that's what they cited in this letter as to why the president should extend out the federal student loan moratorium yet again, which, by the way, it does expire at the end of August as of right now, August 31st. So as of September 1st, those payments would resume once again. However, you've heard me say this before in other videos, there's no way it's going to start again on September 1st. Now, again, I want to throw this out there. I have no clue what the administration is going to do, but I can almost guarantee it. They're not going to start again on September 1st. So if you're somebody who has federal student loans, I wouldn't worry about it one bit right now. I would foresee them pushing this back out probably until the end of November. The reason I say that, there's no way they're going to let these payments resume before the midterm elections. Not a chance. There's no way that these are going to happen. They've continued to extend out these federal student loan payments for this long already. Why would they let them start up 2 months before the midterm elections? I just don't foresee that happening. So again, we'll have to watch that, and I'll continue keeping an eye on it. And as I do get more details, of course, I'll keep you posted. But again, I would not be shocked one bit, not even the slightest bit, when the president comes out and indicates that there will be another extension on the federal student loan moratorium, which, by the way, There are over 40 million borrowers in this country right now, collectively with over $1.8 trillion of federal student loans. It's a lot of money, right? So anyway, that's where we currently stand as of right now. So again, if you're somebody who has federal student loans, I'll keep you posted on this, but again, I'm going to throw this out there right now. I wouldn't worry about it one bit right now. I would almost guarantee that they will push this out yet again, probably until the end of November, maybe the end of the year, something like that. But I would anticipate for sure 100% beyond the midterm elections. Okay, so anyway, I want to throw that out there for you as well. Next, let's quickly talk about $1.28 billion tonight. Do you want to take a little guess at what this is? I'm pretty sure you all know what this is. This is nuts. I mean, seriously, who wants to be a billionaire, right? I mean, seriously. I do. I seriously do. I want to. I don't have any shame here. I want to take that money. I want all of it. I'll take all of it, and I'd be glad to share a ton of it with those of you right here in this community. Amazing, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. That is the new jackpot on the Mega Millions. So again, maybe this will get bumped up yet again before they actually do the drawing here. But wow, I mean, unbelievable. Seriously, this is the second largest jackpot that we have seen in the history of any lottery here in the United States. Which, by the way, let me break this down for you because, yes, it sounds like, wow, if I win, I'm going to be an instant billionaire. No, that's actually not even close to how it works. It is so deceiving how these numbers are laid out for you. Let me shake this out for you and tell you the real numbers behind all this. All right, so yes, it is being advertised as $1.28 billion. However, that's the annuity. Simply what that means is there's a couple different options. You can take the cash option or you can take the annuity. Simply what the annuity is basically over 20 years, they pay you a fixed amount for the next 20 years. And over that course of the 20 years, they pay you all that money, obviously minus taxes, right? But again, that is the annuity. How many people take the annuity? I don't know the real percentage, but it's a very, very small percentage. Almost nobody takes the annuity. Everybody wants the cash payment. Well, there's actually in the fine print down below, below the big, advertised number, the $1.28 billion, there's a cash option. The cash option right now is $747 million. It's a far cry. It's about $500 million below where the actual annuity is, right? So far cry below that. But either way, don't get me wrong, $747 million is still a ton of money, and I think all of us would be more than happy to take it, right? I would. I'd be super happy with that. But let's throw some other things out there because you got to take into consideration taxes. Here's what's going on with this. So the $747 million, if you were to take the cash option, do you think you're going to go home with a check for $747? Not even close. You're going to go home with a check for about $375 million. That's it. After taxes and everything else between federal taxes and state taxes, you'll maybe get 50% of the cash option once taxes are taken out. It's about 50% is what you would pay in taxes on that. So, yes, it sounds really good, and don't get me wrong. It is still an unbelievable amount of money. It is life-changing money that anybody would be very, very happy to get. I know I would be. That'd be super awesome. I know for a fact that I would help as many of you in this community as I possibly could with that money, just like I've been doing right now. But again, I've been helping many people here in the community, but realistically, I think the barriers would be a little bit higher than what we're currently dealing with right now, right? Obviously, I have limited resources that I'm dealing with right now to help all of you here in the community, but I feel like the resources would be, well, obviously not infinite, but they would be much, much higher than what we're currently dealing with now, right? So that'd be unbelievable. So anyway, the moral of the story is, yes, it is still being advertised as $1.28 billion, but if you happen to win tonight, which, by the way, wishing all of you the absolute best of luck, if you win, let me know. I'm not going to ask you for anything. I just want to know if anybody here in the community happens to win this thing. Yes, by the way, I did buy some tickets today as well. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? I mean, seriously. You got to throw your hat in the ring on this one, right? I mean, why not? Seriously. When it gets high like this, I mean, realistically, it never gets this high. But the fact of the matter is, anytime it gets reasonably high, I always like to throw my hat in there because it only takes one, somebody's going to win it. It has to be somebody, and it only takes one line to actually win it, right? So why not? Why not throw your hat in the ring? So anyway, if you happen to win it, it'd be super cool. If you wanted to take the annuity, I guess you could say maybe you'd be an instant billionaire. Maybe. But then again, either way, you'd still have about $375 million if you took the cash option. Even after taxes, you'd still go home with a little shy of $400 million. Unbelievable, right? That is so cool. Actually, it's kind of funny. My wife, Corey, and I, we were out earlier today, and we stopped at the store and got some, and Corey ran in quick and got them, and she said, the guy behind the counter said they are selling so many tickets right now. It's unbelievable. And I thought, you know what? Probably almost everybody in the country right now is probably buying tickets. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally understand money is very tight right now, but I'm guessing a lot of people are probably buying tickets right now, because here's the thing. If you got an extra $2 laying around, that's all it really is. That's all it is. And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not acting like $2 isn't, substantial amount of money. It's every dollar counts right now. But it's one of these things where it's like, I'm willing to take the risk in order for an amazing, huge return on this thing, right? In the event that it happens to hit. So anyway, but it's kind of interesting because my wife and I were talking about it earlier after we left the store and grabbed our tickets, and we thought, tonight, there's going to be hundreds of lives that are changed just because of this one drawing. I mean, think about it. Let's just say that you win. Who are you going to share it with? Your friends, your family members, maybe your acquaintances, maybe some close people that you know. Either way, it's going to trickle down to hundreds and hundreds of people. So this one simple drawing tonight is going to change the lives forever of hundreds of people. I don't know. It's kind of fun to think about that, right? It's unbelievable. The people that are going to win this, the people that are going to get this money are out there right now, and they have no clue. I mean, seriously, it's giving me chills to think about because, seriously, think of how that is right now. The people that are going to be granted with all this money, the people that are going to be blessed with this much money tonight as a result of this are walking around the world right now. They don't have a clue that they're going to be instant, nearly 400 millionaires overnight. Incredible, right? I don't know. It just seems so cool to me. That's amazing. So anyway, wishing all of you the absolute best of luck with this. I did pick up some tickets, and like I said, maintaining my dedication to you and everybody here in the community. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If we happen to get this thing, by all means, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to help all of you in this community. That's my dedication, and again, I'm sticking to it. So thank you so much for being part of this community. I really do appreciate it. I'm just getting chills thinking about it. I mean, it's so cool to daydream about this stuff, isn't it? Just imagine, what would you do with $400 million? You could buy all the Lamborghinis in the world. Well, probably not in the whole world. I mean, let's be real for a second. You could buy a lot of Lamborghinis. You could buy a lot of Porsches. You could buy a lot of Ferraris. You could drive them into a brick wall and it wouldn't even matter. You could fly them off a cliff. It would not matter. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't matter. You could just go buy another one. Who cares? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just super cool to think about. So anyway, again, wishing all of you the best of luck. Of course, I'll keep you posted if anything hits here. Crossing our fingers for everybody here. So thanks again for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, have a nice day. Go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Again, go back and check out that video from earlier today as well to check out what we're doing here on the channel as far as helping out as many of you as we possibly can. It was out earlier today titled Sending Out Immediately for the Low Income. Check out that video. Some pretty cool stuff in there as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later. Again, good luck to everybody. Please, if you happen to strike it, let me know. I don't want anything from you. That's all I'm saying. I do not want anything. I just want to know if I know one of you that actually hits it tonight. Super cool. Anyway, good luck. Wishing you the best, and I'll catch you again later.